He is presently positioned as Managing Director for India and Southwest Asia at Belimo. He is an experienced of more than 19 years. At Belimo, he is responsible for development and execution of local and regional strategies to attain goals of the group headquarters and the regional Asia Pacific office. Today, we are honored to have Mr. Vaibhav as our guest speaker, and he will talk about the reliable, efficient, and scalable solutions to maximize uptime of data center. So without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Vaibhav.
Addressing a very important topic on data center. That's obviously one of the sectors which is exponentially growing as compared to any other business related to construction today in India. And obviously, as well said by the panelists, right, the amount of environment India creates to foster the data center growth. So I will talk about reliable, efficient, and scalable solution. It's very important. Our panelists have touched base on each of the aspects. Obviously, it has to be viable. That is the reason we are looking at POE coming down each and every year, as we have seen in the previous presentation by one of our panelists. It has to be scalable. Obviously, you may have 3 floors now, then you can have 4 floors. Obviously, it has to meet the increasing and changing demands. And obviously, when we are doing this, it has to be the reliable solution. Let's look at some of the challenges that we have today, right? Obviously, something which we really require today is something on precise control of temperature and humidity, as mentioned by our moderator. Obviously, optimization and maximum uptime is something, because data center is something which operates 24/7. It's not like a hotel, it's not like a healthcare or an office. It shuts down in the evening or it has a non-peak hours. The efficiency is the most important topic, because that's how you measure POE, and then that's how you have the profitability and sustainable parameters to make the business viable. Important. There obviously we spoke about changing loads, changing demands, right? Because the technology is evolving, the rack sizes may change, the rack power consumption may change. You may have 3 floors, specific kilowatt, and then additional 3 floors, which can, as the technology has evolved, will be with different kilowatt. And hence, your system should be scalable enough to adapt to these changing needs. And I think something which is, as India, we are evolving is, we are used to preventive maintenance, but something which is important to see in future is, because uptime is important in data center, is moving toward before the problem happens. How can you predict the problem? Now, everything, if you really see, depends on, if I know where is the problem, I will be able to take action. If I don't know what is the amount of water flowing through the system, if I don't know what is the temperature in a particular room, if I don't know what is the relative humidity in a particular room, how am I going to take action? And hence, what becomes important is data transparency and continuously monitoring operating condition becomes very, very, very important. So obviously, there are other common issues with crack. Obviously, there are panelists who are more experienced than me, but there is a maximum load any point of time, right? You cannot do a reset on a chilled water system, right? Because it can have an immense impact on the crack units. What is also very important is looking at the criticality. We tend to also over-select and over-commission the system, because we want to build in redundancy. We want to ensure at any point of time, we don't have an issue with any of the systems not working, right? Now, when you have an aspect of precise control, when you have an aspect of continuously monitoring, when you have an aspect of data transparency, when you have an aspect of continuous load, you also want to make the system reliable. You also want to make the system scalable. Belimo has an energy valve, which is a pressure independent valve, which is a combination of a balancing valve, a control valve, a flow sensor, with continuously delta T management at an crack unit or an AHU level rather than at a BMS level, obviously, which helps in terms of improving the efficiency of the system. And not only that, but maintaining the temperature, even if at any peak conditions. So it's an all-in-one solution. Today, as the technology has evolved, we have moved from pressure dependent to pressure independent valve to electric pressure independent valve. And then there has been an intelligence added in terms of understanding the system, monitoring the delta T, which is a low delta T syndrome, because, the crack units or the HU units over the period of time are going to, coil efficiency is going to move down. A coil which was able to handle maybe a 50 TR may not be able to handle it in after 2 years. It's also very important to understand if there is a coil is getting deteriorated. Are we moving to a saturation point, right? And that's where, all-in-one solution is important, because there also has to be an aspect of scalability. If you should be able to easily replace a particular product, right, and not have too much of downtime. Also, something which is important is, and this is coming from the energy auditors on checking the PUE at each and every level and understanding the energy efficiency. The BTU metering also becomes important. So just imagine if you are able to have measuring, control, balancing, shutting down, as well as monitoring of energy in one solution. Automatically control, monitoring and control of crack units. Managing the flow is very important, because the principle of cooling, the thermal energy, depends on the flow rate, right? And we don't design the valve based on the DN size. We design the valve based on the actual flow. And that's where, you are able to track your data center power usage effectiveness in real time by leveraging on a data sense, by integrated solution of measuring, control, balancing, shutting, and monitoring energy. I will probably come back to an energy valve, because but there's also another aspect which is important in a butterfly valve when we are talking about hydraulic cooling system, is again reliability, low power, right? Because we all want to ensure our systems are more and more efficient and sustainable, and there has to be a zero leakage, because again, if there is a leakage, that means you need to pump in additional water throughout the system, which sort of decreases the PUE or the efficiency of the system. And that's where, Belimo has a zero leakage motorized butterfly valve, which is easy to commission, a very reliable solution. Now, when we talk about the water side, but there's also an important aspect which is on the sensor side, right? With our humidity sensors, pressure sensors, and temperature sensors, which are highly accurate, reliable, and easy to install. And I say reliable, all our products come with 5 years warranty, which is again one of the aspects which is extremely important when we talk about reliability in a data center. You don't want to install product which only has 1 year warranty and an uptime of a note close to 99.99%. What are we going to do after 2 years? Are we going to install product which don't have the capability to go through at least for 5 years? Hence, Belimo ensures that all their products are 95% of their product are 5 years warranty, obviously, which are manufactured by Belimo. Obviously, there are certain 5% products which are bought from suppliers. The sensor accuracy is also very high. The sensors are very easy to install. There is a wide range. You don't have to change the sensors for every change in the temperature range or a humidity range. Again, that is how you make the system more scalable from Belimo perspective. I will take you through this video. So this is one product which is acting as a control valve, which is acting as a balancing valve, which is acting as a thermal energy meter, which is a BTU meter. Also ensures at the crack unit you're able to manage the delta T. So it's all in one solution, and hence we say the solution is scalable. The solution is reliable because Belimo product comes with standard 5 years warranty. If the products are connected to the cloud, it comes with 7 years warranty. And what is important is the data transparency. The DC motors which are used cut power up to 80%. Again, that's our commitment towards being efficient and all in one, measuring, controlling, balancing, shutting, and monitoring agent energy. That is more a scalable kind of an environment that we provide with an energy valve. So if you have any question, you can obviously download the brochure. The information is available on our website. You can also follow the LinkedIn page where you can get the latest information. I would like to close with a statement. Belimo is one of the organizations which invest 7% of its revenue, not the profit, into innovation, right? Because the world is going to change. Today we are using water as a medium to cool. Then it will be evaporative cooling. Tomorrow it would be a liquid cooling technology. And obviously looking at these market trends, Belimo will always be industry leader in terms of adapting, right? Because we want to also provide flexibility to our customers, predominantly data center owners. If they want to have a particular design, Belimo can partner with them to fulfill their dreams. Belimo is one organization which again focus on sustainability. And today in the industry, we are one company which has the least power consumption towards all our products. Thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you.
We request our delegates and viewers to stay connected with us on our social media handles. Thermal Control Magazine is available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also download our app from Google Play and App Store. With this, we want to announce the closing of today's session. Request you to stay tuned for more such sessions. Thank you and goodbye.